Hello everyone, welcome to this week's sales video. This is Source It Up. My name is Frank. I'm going over this past week's eBay sales. We did, let's see here, exactly $5,012.11 across a few stores here. I haven't listed anything in a few weeks on this store or in this store, but we're including those in our overall sales. And this is the main store that we are adding to. The reason I haven't added here is because we reached our limit of listing on here, and this is just basically residual sales from the initial listings we had. We will be going over what's sold in these stores, but first let's go over those other stores first. This one doesn't, I downgraded it to a basic store, so it doesn't have that dashboard, so I wasn't able to pull that up. We only had 3 sales here this week from the 18th through the 24th. We had a pair of shoes. Yes, shoes sell without laces. This is one of them. They were in great condition. $34.99 with free shipping. These came from a storage unit. Actually, this was listed for a while. I got this a long time ago on a $1 t-shirt day at Savers. I bought like 100 t-shirts. I probably wouldn't do that again. I'm really trying to increase ASP. The only reason I would do it, there's a lot of shirts. For instance, I just unlisted about 4 Harley Davidson t-shirts, and I'm going to just put them in a lot together because they're the same size and lot them up for about $40. Anyway, let's go through the sales. So this was from a storage unit, and we sold this. Nothing really special here. And let's go to this store, the 18th through the 24th. So this is usually classical music does not sell, but this is sealed. So usually vinyls that are sealed, I will pick them up. But again, some of them you're not going to get a lot of money for. But if you get it for the right price, you could sell that. And these ship medium mail. So $3 is more than enough to pay for the shipping. It probably actually, because it's a little heavier, it probably costs maybe closer to $4 to ship. This is an example of a good lot. But again, price isn't that crazy. Here's another sealed set. I got a bunch of these at the same time for I believe $1 each. A lot of them sold off for more than this. These are the last couple here that I kept lowering the price, and they finally sold over the past few months. Here's a good DVD. So DVDs that are from concerts or a particular artist, some more obscure stuff. Some of those actually sell for quite a bit of money, so some don't and some do, so you got to keep an eye out. The more special edition ones and the ones that look really cool or come with other little accessories are the ones you want to keep an eye out for. This really probably didn't make much on it because the free shipping and then the weight. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with DVDs. You have to put a lot of DVDs in a lot to get $39.99, which is now what I want our new lowest selling items to be, except in the case of replenishable, where let's say we list 4 items for $12.99 each that are all the same, and you just put quantity 4. I would be okay with that. So okay, we're on the 19th. A lot of this has just been sitting for a while. Here's another DVD that I'm okay with this price, turning $2.99 into $14.99. But again, you know, if you're by yourself, that's a good ROI. If you have a team of people who you're paying and have overhead, it's a flip that helps cash flow. But as far as growth potential and as far as some serious profit, you're really not going to get it from these items. So keep that in mind. If you want to grow, you either have to come up with a process to list this twice as fast, or figure out a creative way to use virtual assistants that do not cost nearly expensive as an in-house employee, and to figure that stuff out. So, and for books and DVDs, you can actually probably do that. You could just take 1 or 2 photos of everything and have someone create the listings. The only thing would be the price. What price you're going to put in researching prices is usually a skill that is a little more difficult to to teach and to convey, because there's a lot of different factors that go into it. So previous experience in that is kind of a big deal, and what you price things for really matters in how fast it will sell. So this is actually pretty cool. Signed books, usually get at least, the lowest I'll put is $19.99 for a signed book that is at least fairly popular. Some signed books go for quite a bit of money. Some you're only going to get $14, $19.99, $29.99. That's pretty much it. Nothing crazy here, and we are done with that store. Okay, and I'm just going to quickly scroll through the cards that sold this week. So we're on the 14th. Nothing crazy. $8.99, $2.99. This is just you know, gravy. Does not take very long to list these, to pick these, to ship these, and I just leave the money in a separate PayPal account and take it out on as needed basis. So that's it for this one. As you can see, I mean, some of these cards are, you know, $8.99 is not bad, and I'm not, as far as shipping, it's I buy stamps in bulk, so I pay a lot less than the 47 cents that they are now, and then I get envelopes from the dollar store, and the sleeves and protectors and everything else is less than a 15-cent cost. So you're looking at under 50 cents to ship this out, and then you got fees, of course. But with the microtransactions, it's 5% plus 5 cents rather than 29 cents plus 3%, which is currently what it is now on PayPal. So with microtransactions enabled, smaller transactions like this don't get hit nearly as big from that flat 29 cents. You're only getting 5 cents. So for instance, on a 99-cent item, instead of taking 29 cents off the top and then another 3%, I'm only taking 5 cents off the top and 5%. So you're only taking 10 cents off. So you're actually left with a lot more of that money right in your pocket. So so it is, a lot of people, like, I had these listed for hire. I was literally, when I want something to just get out of my inventory, I'll put it at 99 cents, and it's literally putting like a quarter or two in my pocket. But some people do that usually with newer sets where you have quantity 500 of one card, or 4x, you know, quantity 100. When a set first comes out or you're doing pre-release, you can actually make quite a bit of money because one person might buy a couple. So anyway, enough about the cards. Let's head over to the main event here, the main items. Couple shoes I updated. So I went through and updated a lot of prices. Certain things that wouldn't have sold, I really just lowered the price to sell them out. $59.99. I put free shipping on a lot of things. Really helped stuff to move. This person, I believe, actually canceled that order. There are cards on this store too, because I remember I hit the limit over there. So this sold, but it was missing the little rubber feet that I did not realize. So I had to refund them. I think I refunded them about $10 for the inconvenience and to get the little rubber feet for it. They're easily replaceable, but yeah, you got to keep those small things in mind. And you know, I got this for $9.99, I think, so not a bad flip. These are a kind of the World of Warcraft card game is discontinued and outdated and not very desirable, but there are some cards in here that actually give you a code that you can use inside of the actual World of Warcraft game, and some of them are worth hundreds of dollars. Let's see, WoW loot card mounts. Let's see here. Yeah, see, $299.99, $198. Look at that, $700 for this card. So if you get a World of Warcraft card that has this scratch off thing and it's a mount, you may have something. You might, right? There are a lot of rare ones, but look at that, $700, $650. A lot of them are from the BlizzCon event. Unscratched flying mount. Look at that, $1,000 for a card. And this is a discontinued game people don't use, but people still play the game. So anyway, I thought that was really interesting to show you guys quick. See, just if you ever get those, you want to just kind of scan through and see quickly if you have it, and then you can look it up. All right. You know, with the Guitar Hero games, so for instance, good video game lots are, let's say, a lot of Wii exercise games, and you put like Just Dance in there, you put Wii Fit, you put a couple other dance games and exercise stuff. There's a lot for the Wii that are related to exercise, so you put that bundle together and you can get a little bit more than you would if it's just a random lot of games. Same thing with Guitar Hero, you put a couple of them together, and this is not a spectacular price. I have sold other of these, you know, and for instance for these, it would be better if I had a couple more of these games, and then maybe a couple guitars that were compatible with both Guitar Hero and Rock Band, put that all together, made a nice bundle. That's what I'm going to be doing from now on, instead of settling for these smaller amounts. It's just too much. I thought this would be worth more. It wasn't, so we sold it. And this, it was over £1, so we just wrapped this in cardboard and put it in it. One layer of bubble, wrapped it in cardboard, another layer of bubble, and then we put it in a flat rate pattern mailer. Got there in one piece. Some ink aren't worth that much, $8.99. So How to Train Your Dragon toys, especially the electronic ones, keep an eye out. You can get these very cheap. I got these. I got 2 of them for $1.99 each, and they both sold for $29.99. Keep an eye out for large, interesting looking DVD sets. This is the complete series, sold very quickly for $99.99. These were sitting for a while, lowered the price. They finally sold. Actually, the same person bought both of these, and they paid more than this buy cost to ship it to Utah from New York. And yeah, we ended up using our 4 corners, the foam corners. We put on the bottom and the top of this one, and then put this one on top of that one. It actually worked out really well. And we put some more foam corners and surrounded it with, we wrapped these in bags and then surrounded it with packing peanuts. I don't like using packing peanuts, but when we get it from something we order online, we kind of save them and use them when needed. Speakers are good sometimes if you get speaker sets that are, let's say, you know, you have X5 on here on all of these, and then on this it says like, you know, $5.99 or something. Sticker in here, it means all of these together are $5.99. Stuff like that, but they are, you know, these aren't the lightest things, but they're pretty light, so it shouldn't be too expensive. But even if you're, let's say your shipping is $10, you got $20 there for you left on the bone, and then you have fees and your buy costs. So at the end of the day, let's say you're only making $10 or $11 or $12. Is that really worth it? We had these for a while, they were sitting, and I put free shipping, and they sold, but it really isn't worth it. You know, when it does become worth it for me is $39.99. So I figured that out. I made a video about it, and I'm really going to be pushing that hard. I haven't really been sourcing. That's why you don't see a lot of sourcing videos. I haven't been sourcing because I didn't even realize how much stuff we really had. So I've been going through it, building some capital, because it's going to be a little more capital intensive to do the $39.99 plus area, so or ASP. So if you want to sell more expensive stuff, you got to buy more expensive stuff. Okay, we're moving into Coleco Critters is good. Yeah, this is one example of a Pokemon plush, $41.99. Someone paid that, and the tag is cut on this. So Yeah, and I didn't necessarily know this guy's name, so I looked it up the way I believe I showed in another video. Just type in Pokemon picture chart in Google, maybe the first or second link, and you can kind of scroll through all the Pokemon and match them up. But Pokemon plush, Pokemon figures, some of them worth quite a bit of money. That was a pretty good flip. That paid for a little less than half the entire lot that we got. And this first class shipping right in a poly bag. So Hot Wheels Super Speedway. There is this another one that's even larger and more detailed than this. It's like a Super Speedway Highway or something like that. That's worth almost $200. Keep an eye out for that. This one of the cars wasn't working properly. We tested it. Sometimes the tracks just need to be cleaned, and the car needs to be cleaned to make a good connection. But again, this did include calculated shipping, which I do with larger items because they tend to, especially with when you have to put the dimensions in, sometimes that really jacks up the price of the shipping based on location. Here's another projector. A couple lots here that have been sitting for a while. I just lowered the prices. They sold. Polaroid cameras are great, as you know. I'm sure most people, and that's the thing. I can't assume that everybody knows everything that sells, but Polaroid cameras is one of the first things as a reseller, that I figured out sells. So pick them up. They sell quick, and for a decent amount, you can usually get them for just a handful of dollars, and they usually ship pretty cheaply. They are over £1 though. So the itty bitty things, these are one of the many lots we've sold. This is kind of a mid-range one, $18.99. You know, and when you're trying to increase your average sell price, always be looking for not just one item that's worth $40, but maybe some sort of bundle that you could put together that is worth $40. For instance, this polo shirt here. Polo shirts, this is a spell out one, so we got $29.99 for it, which was pretty nice. But let's say this is just a regular Ralph Lauren polo shirt. They're not going to go for more than $10 or $15. But if you found 3 for $1 or $2 each of the same size in great condition that are complementary colors, or even not, or the same styles, those in a lot will sell very well. And so technically you're buying one item for $6 or $3, and you're turning that into $30 or $40. That is the way you need to think when you're sourcing and you want to increase your average selling price. So the Hot Wheels, you know, some of the Hot Wheels stuff sells well, some doesn't. You got to keep an eye out. This we ended up what we got these with, the chargers actually weren't the correct chargers, so we had to sell these separately, but they were in excellent condition. This is funny. We had this listed for less, but it was titled wrong. I changed the title, looked it up, and actually increased the price and put free shipping, and it sold very, very fast. A lot of Barbies that are collaborations. For instance, the Barbie in the SeaWorld, the Barbie in the Hello Kitty. A lot of stuff that's a collaboration with multiple brands is usually worth more money. So always keep an eye out for that. It goes with toys, and it also with clothing, especially. You know, the Supreme and Gucci. Those things are ridiculously expensive, but you look at, like, I think it was Levi's and Supreme. I mean, Supreme is the king of collaboration, but there are a lot of other brands and a lot of unique items that come out of these different crossovers, and get some good money for this stuff because they're more collectible, they're more desirable, they're usually special or limited edition, cooler packaging. Some sports stuff. This is first class shipping, quick flip. These, you know, if you get a large lot of Polaroid cameras, I always save these. They used to go for more. Now they're not as much. But, yeah, the empty cartridges sell, so anyway, keep that in mind. Guts for $1.99. Power Ranger belt. Super Samurai is kind of a newer one, but the older toys like this are very, very expensive. More articulated and unique, cool kids toy guns like this are pretty cool. And some of them are worth quite a bit of money. Like if you look this up, these are sold in like pairs. So if I found 2 of these, I could pair them up and sell them for 50 bucks. Here's another plush. This is a little bit larger, 16-inch high, which is pretty big. $39.99. This actually sold, and it was missing a couple things. Toner, love the toner. Sells very fast. So this is something where we sold this solely off of keywords. Handmade, Buddha, leather journal, notebook, diary, aged, unused, right? So we just put a bunch of keywords and it sold. I believe it came in a storage unit. Gonna try to stay away from these low prices from now on. Here's an example of, this is something where I would have probably, and I don't think I did, but we looked this up on Amazon. You can sell these used on Amazon in the electronics category, and a lot of times get quite a bit more money. You do not need the original packaging, but I would pack this very well and professionally. I put it in a new box with these individually bubbled lightly and just placed in there nice. A lot less likely for it to be returned if it is packed professionally. And, you know, by doing that, you're getting a lot more money out of it as well. This order was canceled. Ignore this, but hopefully it'll eventually sell for this again. But it's just a big box of the basic energy cards. On the 21st. These, I'm actually surprised they didn't go for more. I could have got almost double this by it now. A little disappointed, but still profit. I'm glad this didn't sell, so we didn't have to ship it for 99 cents. I bought this and it would have sold very well, but I did not realize after I opened it up, and the inside is a little rusted. So we're just going to either keep it for the office because it works well, or we'll just donate it. Golf bags sell well. We did calculated shipping because they're quite large. Here's a nice pair of Nikes we picked up for $14.99 at Savers. Auctioned them off starting at 99 cents. Here's an example of a failed auction. This should have sold for quite a bit more. Could have got quite a bit by it now, but we didn't. So it is what it is. Same with this. I had it listed for 90 for quite a while. We had a bunch of watchers. It would have eventually sold for that, but I was auctioning a couple things off that were sitting for a while. Again, profit is profit. So I kind of like these pictures. What do you guys think? These guitars are almost never worth it anymore. What I'm going to start doing is lotting them up together with games, with the controllers, all in a big lot, and charging a lot of money. Toner, toner, toner. Found these all at I think $4.99 each, thrift store. Cannot go wrong. Someone bought both these together, which is interesting. So, combined shipping, love it. Old figures that are sealed. Some sell well, some absolutely do not. Hopefully, I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys, but there was one figure that sold for $499.99 that I sold. Let's see if it sold by the 24th. If not, I'll show you guys anyway. But yeah, some of it could sell for quite a bit of money. So I do pick up some printers that have a higher price. I thought we could have gotten more for it. Apparently not, but we did turn $4.99 into $29.99, and we charge shipping. And when you do calculated shipping and you have commercial or commercial plus shipping discounts, you do make money on shipping. So you can make a few extra dollars, which usually pays for the fees and the shipping materials. And then so this is literally your pure sale price. So let's say, so we made $25 profit on this, and that's before overhead. That's only fees. So let's say another $5. Excuse me, $5. You're looking at a $20 bill. And with our foam corners, this is a lot easier to pack and ship. Vintage trains do very well, $27.99. Again, these usually you find these in bundles at thrift stores for $2.99 or $3.99 each. You can either bundle them together or sell them, or some sell for a lot. This is just a decent one. Old vintage VTech and Leapfrog items do sell, but this was sitting for a little while, so I when I started putting free priority shipping onto items, they started selling. As you could see, that like a lot of them that were free shipping that are priority, I literally just changed, and within a few days they sold. So FootJoy is a great brand, moves very, very fast, especially now going into the spring. It's gonna really start selling very fast. I forgot where I got this, but laptops are good, even a little bit older. They do sell, and they sell well. People use them for all sorts of stuff. A couple more auctions here. I'm surprised this didn't sell. It's missing one piece, so I'll probably buy that piece on a site called Bricklink. If you're ever missing a Lego part, you could type in the name of the set here and look up the part or the name of the actual part, and then this is a whole marketplace for Lego items. So here's a cool t-shirt sale. Maybe you could have got more for it. Air Jordan, really cool picture. Maybe you could have got more. Cool Pokemon card sale, $39.99. I did auction this off. Probably could have got a few more dollars by it now. We're on the 22nd still. That was a good day, I guess. $34.99. Again, once I did free priority shipping, this sold. There's another example. This is a tiny, cheap looking thing, but it was $16.99. So always look stuff up, even no matter how small it is, no matter how cheap it might look. You don't know until you look it up. And then after a while, then you can start assuming or guessing. But in the beginning especially, I wouldn't do that, because you'd be very, very surprised with some things. This I took a best offer of $70. Winter's on its way out, and I just wanted to make sure this took up a lot of space. The reason why certain things I'm just blowing out and changing pricing is because we need space for more $40 items. So I started listing a bunch of I got a whole box of probably close to 100 inserts, which are limited sports cards that are signed or have patches in them and things like that. So I did list them individually, just because some of them are worth quite a bit, and I figured, you know what, might as well list them all. Texas Instruments, TA89, TA83, Platinum Plus, all of those sell very, very well. This is another one that I did free priority, and it sold very, very fast. So for some reason we're not allowed to sell these on Amazon. We're blocked, and I think a lot of people are blocked because very, very few sellers are on some listings that Some people can sell them, but we can't. So it's very interesting how there's only a handful of listings in the video game category that we can't sell, and it's completely random. I got this in a bag of kitchen appliance items like scoops and spoons and things like that, but they all looked like very vintage and made in Europe and things like that. This isn't, but it was vintage. Altogether, it was like turning $3 or $4 into 30 or 40, but you had to sell them individually. But again, I'm not so sure that I want to do that anymore. But I got to see, because you know, we do need things to sell, and this is profitable. It's just hard to grow. So let's go to the bottom here. Okay, so ink is great, $39.99. We got a plush here for $19.99 plus shipping, and I don't know what happened there. You got a little droopy, but it is a old one, so I don't even know how would have we taken the picture with his head sitting up. Okay, here it is. Yeah, got this for, take a guess, $1.99. Okay, it was $1.99. And it sold for $4.99.99. So very, very happy about that. We shipped it out like double boxed with insurance and a signature confirmation and everything. So yeah, vintage toy. Okay, do not find things like this very often, but I do find them every once in a while. Pretty cool. It's a little creased up, but this is legit sealed. This guy loose is about $100, 1979. So, and it looked like cheap, like almost like a dollar store item. Like, it was not. I mean, look at this thing. It doesn't look anything special, but this is vintage. And I was kind of shooting for the moon with $4.99.99, but it got a bid, and they paid. So I was pretty happy about that. Here's that other guy. We got these both for $1.99 each. They sold for $29.99 each. Very happy about that. Here's one of the replenishables we got. We got like 30 or 40 of them. Sold the ones that were a little banged up on eBay, and the rest we sent it to Amazon. Couple of more of the sports cards selling. We're still on the 23rd. 23rd, I guess, was a really good day. Study Bibles do well, leather bound. This one had the name engraved on here, so you gotta show that in the pictures and mention that. Kind of a big deal. People can come and just put a sticker over it, but you gotta show that and make sure they know that in the listing. Okay, just a couple more cheap items. Video VHS cleaners, cassette deck cleaners, and this is actually a pretty cool looking one. They sell, and they sell pretty fast, so keep an eye out for those. Cambridge Soundworks was basically the name of the company Bose, I believe. I believe it was Bose before they became Bose. So Cambridge Soundworks, when you find there's a couple different items they made, keep an eye out for these. They're like alarm clock desk CD players. It does come with the remote, which you can get a lot more for it, but this was, I think, $4.99. We turned it into $79.99, and they sell fast. They sell within a day or two. And this is the second one we've gotten, so they're out there. They are out there. This has been sitting forever. I finally lowered the price by half, and it's sold. So this is an example of Lego parts. Like, I didn't know what set this was to, so I typed in. I knew it was holiday, so like Christmas stuff here. So I typed in holiday Lego train, right? And then I basically found this set to see if this set is expensive, which it was. I think brand new it's like $150. So, and then used it was selling for like $70 or $80. So this is a good amount of the parts here. So I put it for $28.99, free shipping for parts, and these all came together and it sold. So that's a good way to squeeze some money out of. We had a lot of parts from different Lego sets and stuff like that. Some of them sell. Some of them could sell for parts, would be a part of really expensive sets. So that's, you know, that's where research comes in. It's like, how much time do you want to spend researching these things? It's really up to you, what you're interested in, and the time that you have. So keep that in mind. And I'll just do this one. This is from the 25th, but this is the start of this week. The itty bitties, $43.99. We'll pick up here next week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, any questions, let me know. If you like this format, this layout, if there's anything else you'd like me to add in here, please let me know. I'm all here to do this for you guys and to show you guys everything. So I really want to be transparent with the entire process and how we're selling, what we're selling, where we're selling, etc., etc. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned, more importantly, and have a great night or a day. Thank you.